Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to get out of debt and simplify our financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Well, it is another weekly check-in. Happy Friday to all of you. I am feeling really good today because I've had a super productive day. I've had the house to myself, which I actually really appreciate. I like to sip my morning coffee in some quiet and just kind of get my days started in a really peaceful way. I mean, it's not so peaceful right when I first wake up because I've got to get my kids ready for school and out the door and all that kind of stuff. But after they leave, I make my beds, I make my bed and I make my daughter's bed because she's still a little on the young side in order to have it looking reasonably decent. My son makes his own bed. And then I sit and sip my coffee. And I didn't realize that I was going to tell you about my little mini morning routine when I have a day off of work, but here we find ourselves. So I've been feeling really good. I got a bunch of orders out today, and I ended up actually popping into Bath and Body Works because they have some of the fall scents that I really like. Actually, sidebar, I went into Home Goods because I hear so many good things about the candles that they carry, and I did not like any of the fall scents that I saw there. I was bummed because there's this, apparently we're just having a little story time before we get into our weekly check-in. We're going to roll with it. But apparently there was a candle brand that I saw there that I've actually purchased from before. I saw them through an Instagram ad once. They're called Makers of Wax Goods. And I will link them below because I have purchased candles from them before and I absolutely love their scents. And they did have one big giant candle from them on the shelf, but it just wasn't in a scent that I'm a really big fan of. I think it was tobacco and suede or something like that. And it was fantastic as far as scents go and the payoff that you're getting. But it's just not a scent that I was looking for fall. And so I ended up leaving it there, even though it actually killed me. It was one of those things where it's okay, I know I'm not crazy about this scent, but this candle is so big and so reasonably priced, but that I want to take it home. And I didn't. Wisely. Don't buy something just because it's cheap. You buy something because you love it. Anyway, when I was looking through their fall candles, I was really disappointed in the scent selection. And so I ended up leaving there with nothing. And so I was well, let me just pop into Bath and Body Works because I'm sure they'll be running a sale soon on their 3-wick candles, which, by the way, if you didn't know this about Bath and Body Works candles, their 3-wick candles and their small candles have the exact same burn hours. So don't waste your money on the 3-wick candle unless they're on sale. And I like them for aesthetic purposes. I like how big they are for my coffee table and things like that. For you guys here, I'm fine with a smaller candle, although this is on the bigger side of small. But anyway, that's, if you didn't know, the burn time of the big 3-wick candles from Bath and Body Works and the small candles they'll usually have a sale 2 for $24 or something like that. Same burn time. So don't waste your money if you can get the small ones. But anyway, I'm way on a tangent here. I popped into Bath and Body Works. They had all of their 3-wick candles on sale. And so I purchased 4 of my 4 candles. I think I got leaves twice though, because leaves is my favorite from Bath and Body Works. But anyway, and then I ended up having a $10 off coupon in my Bath and Body Works app. And so it was just a deal on a deal. So yeah, all of that to tell you that that's why I'm having such a good day. Wild. Anyway, I hope that your week has been good. And I hope that you're ready to get stuck into this weekly check-in. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am not usually that chatty, in a chunk right at the beginning of my video. So I hope that was not like a turnoff for you. I mean, if it was, then like I'm not the channel for you because I'm kind of a chatty Cathy anyway. But in my weekly check-in, what we do is we go in and we track all of the non-cash purchases from the last week and pay back any of the money to the bank from categories that we cash pool and cash stuff for. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I will go ahead and zoom you guys in further so that you can see my expense tracker here, and then we'll get started. Alrighty, so here we go for the week. Actually, I'm gonna slant just a little bit more. Excuse me. That tickle in my throat apparently has not gone away. So let's just jump right into it. Oh, by the way, this expense tracker is available as a singular digital download in my Etsy shop, which is linked below. And then I have a bunch of them in my, what's the word I'm looking for? In the digital budget planner that I'm currently working on that is not listed in my shop just yet. I'm almost done. I'm tweaking it, making finishing touches, making sure everything looks pretty. I'm really excited of it. I'm excited about it and very proud of it. But anyways, now we're gonna jump in. So first up was on the 18th, and it was an Amazon purchase, and it's coming from the gifts category. I realize this is like almost identical to the last one, but this was also for my son's birthday. And I think I mentioned in the last weekly check-in that we had made another purchase and it hadn't gone through. Well, it did, obviously. So this one was $29.22, and it is going, oh, I've messed up my little, not messed up, but like I've blocked myself over here. It's gonna have to be paid back to the bank. I'll go ahead and make sure this asterisk is like stand out. Okay, so that is going to need to be paid back to the bank. And then next up, also on the 18th, and I've mentioned this before, these are not all purchases that were made on the 18th. They just hit my bank account on the 18th, or on, if I have like a bunch in one day, that's just when they hit my bank account. So this one was from Old Navy, and I got the kids, I got some shorts. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, some shorts and a 3-pack of just like neutral kind of colored t-shirts for my daughter. And then I got 3 pairs of jeans and like 2 or 3 shirts for my son because they were having a sale. So this is going to be coming from our clothes category. And the total was $100.65. And it also needs to be paid back to the bank. And I think it was after this purchase that my husband was like, you know what I've realized by tracking our like finances as closely as we have, you know, since the beginning of this year, is that kids are expensive. And I'm like, yeah, and they eat a lot too. Anyways, next up was, oh, sugar. What was the date on this one? Oh, the 21st. And it's from actually Joe's Pizza. And this is actually coming from Partey. So my son, for his birthday, wanted pizza from this pizza place. It's like a chain in the DFW area, and he really likes their pizza. So we were like, it was actually on his birthday. I think I've mentioned this to you guys before, but we don't do a birthday party around his actual birthday because he has neighborhood friends and stuff like that, but he always likes to include his school friends in his birthday parties. And so school starts around when his birthday is. And so what we usually do is bump it back to sometime in like October. And that way it gives him some time to get to know some new classmates and make some new friends, and then invite them to his birthday party then. So, we do not gift him presents twice. He gets his birthday present on his birthday from us, but then all of his little friends bring gifts and stuff like that. But this is just a nice way of us being able to still celebrate the day by like doing something like this, because we would do this whether we had the party later or not, like still on the day of, you get them like food that they like or whatever. So that's what this was. So we're pulling it from our birthday party envelope, even though it wasn't a birthday party, but it still kind of falls in that category. And it was $17.32, and we have to pay that back to the bank. Next up was on the 21st. And it's actually a Target purchase. And as per usual, there's like a story associated with this. So this is actually coming from our dates envelope, and I'll tell you why. So yes, this is a put the pen down kind of story. Apparently I'm just chatty today. So if you'll recall, if you have been watching my channel, when we were going to go on vacation, there was a bakery that I really wanted to go to that was down in Hill Country that makes like the biggest cinnamon roll in Texas. Well, I got my wires crossed somewhere in my research, and I thought it was in one area, and it was actually in another area that was like an hour away from where I thought it was going to be. And so we never ended up going in there and purchasing the cinnamon roll. I did go to another bakery. I did get a cinnamon roll from them. It was not worth it. And I am not about to trash a business here, and so I just will not be telling you, but suffice to say, it was such a disappointing experience given how much I had built up that other like cinnamon roll. For those of you who don't know, I have a very strict diet because of my autoimmune issues, and so if I'm gonna go outside of the boundaries of my diet and like get something that I shouldn't eat, it better be like the best thing on planet Earth. And it wasn't. So it was just disappointing. Anyway, so then after my husband and I just went on our date a couple weeks ago, I was like, at least let's pop into like a Cinnabon or something and get me a cinnamon roll from there, because I know that I love them. And then that will kind of make up for that. Plus it'll be like dessert for our date night. Well, we go to a Cinnabon, and actually, it was like a combination sandwich shop and Cinnabon, and the Cinnabon portion of it was like closed for the night. So I never ended up getting my cinnamon roll that night either. I'm telling you, I'm going to be chasing this cinnamon roll for like the next year. I can just feel it. Anyway, we went into Target because I had to get a couple of like groceries or whatever. And so when we were in there, my husband was like, listen, you like the little donuts from the bakery section. Like, let's at least get those and have that as our dessert for our date night. And so that is the very long story about why this particular Target purchase is falling under our dates category. But the nice thing about budgets is they are flexible and you can make them move with your life, so long as you're not justifying ridiculous expenses and stuff like that. But this was not one of those. And even though like there were groceries in this too, we're going to pull the whole thing from dates. So that needs to be paid back to the bank as well. And then next up, on the 21st, it was a Starbucks card like refill. And we just pulled this one from miscellaneous because we have not been funding Dine Out since we used all of our Dine Out money on vacation. And so this one was $4.85, and it's going to need to be paid back to the bank. Then, where'd that go? Oh, okay. Also on the 21st was at Target. And this one is coming from gifts as well, because my daughter wanted to get something for my son for his birthday. And that means that mom and dad are actually getting something else for him for his birthday. But the sentiment is sweet, and I always like to encourage sibling affection. So the total was $36.84, and it's going to be paid back to the bank. And then next up was, let's see, on the 22nd, from Whole Foods. You guys are going to start seeing some more Whole Foods purchases because I have included it in my grocery day trip because actually Prime members get like deeper discounts on things than just like a regular sales price. And I love the quality of the stuff at Whole Foods. It's still not going to be like my primary grocery shopping spot, but if I can find discounts on things from there that make it more reasonably priced than where I would otherwise buy the items, that's what I'm going to be doing. So it's coming from grocery, and it was $44.15, and it's got to be paid back to the bank. Next up was our just regular weekly Target grocery trip. And believe it or not, everything is in the Target category. For those of you who might be new to my channel, I have a Target category within my budget that is money that we keep in our bank account and actually I just got this question recently, so I'll just expand on it a little bit. All of the money that we earmark within our Target category in our budget stays in our checking account. And the reason for that is because we have the Target Red card. You can do either a debit card or a credit card. We have the debit card version of it because don't nobody need a credit card, okay? We're here because we're trying to pay down all of our debt, not acquire more. So but the Target Red card debit card still gets you 5% off of every purchase as well. And so that money stays in our checking account since we're just swiping a debit card for anything from Target anyway. And so, so this gets a certain amount of money every single week that we budget for. And so we don't cash pool for it. So this will be like the only purchase that I don't have to return to the bank. And so this one was $75.77, and it's not being paid back to the bank. I just said that. And then last up for the day, on the 23rd, was an Amazon purchase, and this is coming from home maintenance. We finally installed the ceiling fans that we purchased like a month and a half ago from our home project envelope. And when my husband and neighbor installed them, they turned the light on, and it was like a very gloomy, yellowy light bulb in there. And so my husband ordered some other light bulbs from Amazon, and that's what this is. It's coming from home maintenance for $17.31, and it needs to be paid back to the bank. So what I'm going to do with you guys now is zoom you back out, and we will pull this cash from the envelopes and make sure that we take it back to the bank. So now what we're going to do, and I always zoom you guys through this, but I am going to go ahead and add up all of the money that I'm going to be returning to the bank so that we know what our total is going to be at the end. And then we will get into the unstuffing portion. So I will add all of this up, and then I'll zoom you through that. We'll come back and, probably chat it up while I pull this cash out. So here we go. All right, so at the end of this, we should have $284. And so I'm gonna make a note of that. Let me just move this cash tray off to the side. What did I just say? That quickly, I forgot. 284 is what we should have at the end. And so I am just going to go first into, let's just pop into holiday sinking funds because I think we've got gifts and partay. So let me actually really quickly, I'm just going to add up all the gift expenses because there's more than one. Okay, so there's just two. So from gifts, I'm pulling, so this is $36.84. We round it up to the next dollar, and my husband tracks the change, and it sits in our checking account as like a buffer for us. And it's like another way of it's like a virtual coin jar. So if you save money or save your change from cash transactions in a coin jar, this is essentially the same thing. It's just in our checking account. And when I tell you my husband tracks every cent, he tracks every cent, but we've been able to pull from it here and there to cover miscellaneous purchases every now and then. So it really just kind of works out nicely that way. So anyways, sorry. So we've got 37 and where's the other gifts one? 30. So it's going to be $67 that I'm pulling from gifts and then 18 from partay. So let me just pop into gifts first. What did I just say? 67. I'm telling you, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. So here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so 50. So I need 67. How am I gonna do this? Let's see. Oh, you know what? All right. Well, maybe if I go into Partay first, I have $18 in Partay. Let's see. No, of course I don't. Too much like right. That would be too much like right. But, okay, I'm sure this money just laying out all willy-nilly is giving you guys anxiety. Especially those of you who are my lovely OCD viewers. Love you, respect you, putting the money back in here so that we don't give you anxiety. So this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna go into something where I know we're gonna get some ones. Maybe nothing. Oh boy. So, well, let's see what dates has. Because, okay, we might get some change from here. Oh, okay. So dates, I'm returning $30, but I can probably find a way of making this. Oh, I definitely can. So 10, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Perfect. And then I will just be able to make this change, do what we need it to do. So let me cross that off really quickly before I organize that. Yeah, so I'll put a check mark there. And then, actually I might need to move that off to the side, just a scotch. Okay, so 10, 5, and our 5 ones. And then let's go into, oh, okay, you know what? Well, wait, do I have anything else in low priority since I'm already in here? I think miscellaneous is in here. And that's it. So a miscellaneous is way back here. There we go. So 5 for miscellaneous, and I will check that off. And then we'll be done in low priority sinking funds. There we go. And then, oh, that would have been a fire. I mean, not really, but maybe, who knows? We like to keep it interesting here at the Simple Budget. Okay, so close is back here, and we're gonna need 101 from close. There we go. This ought to be fun. Let's see what we've got. Oh my goodness, look at that. 101. Perfect. All right. Oh, and then remaining, we have 25, 35, 40. 40 left. I tell you what, we can deplete a closed envelope. It was one of those things where I thought that both of my kids had more time in some of their clothes, and then they were putting them on, and I was like, you cannot wear those jeans to school. They are snug on your rear. And so we had to improvise and buy them some clothes for the school year. I mean, it was just craziness. Anyway, and then home maintenance is also in here. So we're doing 18 for home maintenance. Let's see if I have the ones. Oh no, I don't. Okay. So I guess I'll just do, I guess I'm just gonna have to do 20 and pull back 2 ones. Yeah, all right. We'll see. Hopefully I can make something work here with this change that I have. If not, like I know I've got ones in other envelopes. And so if I need to, I can just pull from those. So we paid that 18 back to home maintenance. So now we just, oh, I need grocery. That was in high priority. Oh goodness. Oh, fire again. I mean, not really. Knock on wood, knock on wood. And there's 45 in here, and I had to pay back 45. So we've got that. And where'd that grocery? There it is. And so now last up, we've got our, what did I say? What is this? Holiday sinking funds. Oh my gosh, guys. It's like I'm new. And I think I said 67 with gifts. So we got 30, yep, and then 37. So that's 67 in gifts. So let's see what we've got. So 50, So I need $3 back. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, it's fine. We'll figure it out. So $1, $2, $3 back. So now in gifts, we have 10, 25, 26, 27, and 28. And then I'm pulling from Partey. Oops. Let me cross this off first because I don't want to forget that I did that. This either. And Partey, I need 18. And I don't think I got it. Like, I know I didn't have the ones in here. I am $1 shy. So how do I make this happen? There's probably, you guys are like probably screaming right now, like, just do it this way, Veda. 20, yeah, because I just have one. Okay, let me go into low priority because I know, well, even in here, like, what do I have? You know what I could do? I could take, I can just give this 10 and grab a 5 and 5 ones. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And now I have everything that I need. Let me just put this back. See? You know, it takes us a while sometimes, but we get there. We get there. You guys are probably sitting there thinking like, oh geez, her next bill condensing is going to be an absolute disaster, but we'll see. Maybe not. Okay. So I pulled that 10 and oh goodness. It's like I'm new. It's like I'm new to this and I'm not. So now, what am I grabbing? I already forgot. Oh, here we go. $18. I did know that. Okay, so 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh my gosh, that was like the most roundabout way of getting where we needed to go. But we did it, so yay. All right. And I think that's actually the last of what we had. Let me just close her up here and make sure. Yeah, that was the last one. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and give this cash a count to make sure that we have the 284 that we originally said that we needed to have. So here we go, 50, 1, 50, 70, 90, 210, 220, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 284. We are all checked in. Isn't that great news? All right. Well, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you do have any questions, if any of this is confusing to you, please don't hesitate to ask me. When I started my zero-based budgeting and cash stuffing experience, I watched so many YouTube videos just so that I could make sure that I got the process down before I went and like did it myself. And I am happy to be a resource for you, answer any questions that you may have. So please don't hesitate to leave those below in the comments. Plus, I just love hearing from you guys anyway. It's wonderful. So if you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys actually probably sooner than Sunday or sooner than Monday, because I don't know. I have to sort out, like, end of month is always like a lot of like bonus content because there's budget with me's, and in the case of this month, like we're doing another bill condensing. So I don't know. You guys may see me before Monday, But because in my brain right now, I cannot reconcile my film schedule and my upload schedule, like my brain is just not functioning right now. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And whenever I see you, I will look forward to it. And I hope that you look forward to seeing me too. So anyway, I'll see you then, whenever that is. Bye, everyone.